Okay, so we're going to do something really interesting. Hello, what's up? So I've actually changed the stream at the last minute, from the link because my webcam was not giving that much clarity. So can you guys hear me? Say yes if you can hear me. Great, great, great. So I'm really excited that you guys are here, and I see this all the time that you guys are really serious about doing this stuff and getting good at this, but you're still not getting the results that you want. You've been going out for years, but still your results are inconsistent, right? So that's what I'm here for, to help you guys get consistent results. So today I'm going to answer your questions, that the sticking points that you guys have, and I'll be helping you there. So throw in your questions. Yeah, just write your questions down and I'll be answering them. Have a problem in group sets, like interacting with chicks' friends. How to deal with chicks' friends even if the chick is into me? So that's a good question, Abhiram, and this question I get a lot. So people think you have. So right now I'm answering Abhiram's question. Okay. So people think, like people think that they in group set is something different. So first suggestion to you is stop externalizing, because guys externalize a lot. For example, they think if there are two girls they need to do something different. If there are four girls they need to do something different. If there are 10 girls they need to do something different, right? uh, but what I'm telling you is it doesn't work like that. The fundamental, the basics are the same. How to deal with friends? Just befriend them. See, the girl will not go with you if her friends don't like you. So you have to befriend her friends. All right. So sometimes you'll just lose the girl because her friends don't like you. So always make a goal that you befriend her friend. Once you befriend her friends, then it starts becoming, really easy for them. Like, he's a cool guy. He's not some creepy guy. He's pretty like serious and all. Like, cool guy. For example, I give you example. On New Year, I was at party, so I approached this girl, and she was really into me. So she immediately starting, making out with me, but her friends freaked the fuck out because she was a little drunk, and I was also a little drunk, right? But I befriended the friends. Like, it's okay, I'm just a normal guy, So I empathized with that. I related to that situation, and they saw that I'm a normal guy. I'm not some psycho serial killer that they have to, make her friends safe from, something like that. So befriend the friends. That's my answer to this question, and keep gaming the goal. Okay, but also calibrate according to the situation. Like, don't do too much. Don't like creep out there. As soon as the friends are uncomfortable again, you have to take care of their comfort level as well. All right, I'm going to move to next question now. So next question is from Divya Pandya. How to improve vocal tonality? All right. So Divya, improving your vocal tonality is like the most important aspects of the game is improving your vocal tonality. So you must at all costs work on your voice, because your voice is your main asset in life when gaming with girls, when negotiating and doing some other stuff. So you must develop this kind of voice that is grabbing attention. So how to develop a good tonality? So again, like three types of tonality, right? Trying for rapport where your voice goes up in the end, and then neutral rapport where your voice is like, "Hey, what's up?" And then there's breaking rapport where voice goes down in the end. So I would like you to adopt a frame uh, of a police officer. Okay, suppose there's a girl and she stole something, so you're the police officer. How will you talk to her? You will not be like, "Hey, excuse me, uh, I just noticed you." You will not be like that, right? So if you're a police officer, you'll be like, "Hey, excuse me." You see this breaking proportionality. So this is something that you need to have, this breaking board. "Hey, excuse me," right? So but what you do in this is you bring a smile with it. "Hey, excuse me." So breaking report plus smile is the best tonality you can have for girls and in life in general. All right. So I'll move to the next question now. Next question is from Pratyaksh Gulash. Creating sexual tension is difficult because girls are too conservative. I don't agree with this statement because girls are not conservative. All right. I mean, obviously depends on which area you're in. All right, but girls are not conservative at all. So the way to create sexual tension is mainly through your eye contact. Yeah, like instead of just keep on talking, just shut up and just look into her eyes, like like this. Just stare into her eyes and look at her lips. Let her know that I'm here to fuck you. Don't try to hide your intentions. Let her know that I am here to fuck you. And that pretty much creates sexual tension. She should feel without you saying any word that you are there to make things happen. You're not just there to talk to her, and the way you look at her implies it. So it doesn't have to do anything with the girl being conservative. The girl being is conservative, the girl is socially liberated, doesn't matter. Sexual tension is just you doing things in a certain way, and being a man in a certain way that she's like, okay, he is here to take things further. He's make her feel that I'm here to fuck you. Don't try to hide your intentions. Okay, next question is from Himanshu Chandrasekhar. How to have that man to woman vibe while a conversations? Because I get too excited, and while having fun, I feel like I'm not able to create attraction. So, how to maintain man to woman vibe at the same time? Again, same thing, I mean, you're talking, you're having fun, that's really great, but then shut up and just look at her in a way that I'm here to fuck you, so it should beam from your eyes to her eyes that this is a man to woman conversation. He is just not here to entertain me, he is here to fuck me. So you need to bring that out. Don't try to hide your intentions, make your intentions clear. So there is a very important concept called clarity of intent, like how much intent you have when you look at her, right? How, I mean, when you approach her, how purposeful you are. So if that thing is there, Himanshu, she'll automatically feel it. Just look at her in a way that, hey, let's fuck. Don't try to hide it. Don't try to be like, hey, I'm here just to talk to you. Where is this shop? So don't try to hide behind the curtain. I mean, your words don't matter. You can talk about anything. But again, your non-verbal communication, your sub-communication should imply that I'm a sex-worthy guy, and this is stuff that's going to happen. Same time, have fun and create attraction. Again, you're self-amusing, you're having a lot of fun, but the way you look at her, the way you check her out, the way you just shut up and let her talk, and making her invest into you, really helps you bringing that stuff further. So the next question is, so I just hold on a second. My Facebook audience doesn't know, like, I have changed the live stream, so I'm just going to let them know. Just a minute. All right. Vin Diesel. I can talk with girls, and hooking is not a problem, but I can't transition from normal talk to make it man to man. Again, the same thing. This is, like, think the biggest sticking point. So I'll make a video on it later on. Uh, so for you to transition from normal to man to woman, it's all in your sub communication. You have to understand that it's not in your words, right? I can ask a girl, um, where is Starbucks, but it will still be man to woman, right? And you can go up to girl and ask, tell her that, I just noticed you and you look really. My senior is in my competition. Hi, it's connected to my broadband. Just I don't know stopped running. So is higher value than you, then you just can't help it. But there are some ways where you can overcome it. You can, it's how you become more high value, some self-deprecating humor. So these all fundamentals that make a sex worthy guy. If you adopt those things, you're good to go. And salary and post doesn't matter too much in the end, man. And you need to get more girls if you're focusing on one girl too much. Yeah, Himanshu, same. Good to talk. And skyrocketing your game is having a mentor. When you have a mentor, he helps you skyrocket your game. So if you want to skyrocket your game in the minimum amount of time, like really, really early, in the shortest amount of time, then you got to, you know, have a mentor. That's the best way. And otherwise, apart from having a mentor, is surrendering to his teaching. Don't not thinking on your own and applying your own stuff. Just whatever your guru is telling you, just fully applying that and seeing the results for yourself. Because sometimes it happens you are brainwashed in a certain way by the stuff that you have read or learned, that what gurus tell you kind of goes against. Things you can do to skyrocket your game is go out every, breaking down your interactions and learning from them before you go out the next day applying them. Okay, so that's how you do it. Next question is Matt Kurtz, how to break out of shyness. So this is a very good question because everyone is most of us bad, right? This we are shy. Most of the guys who come into pickup are actually very shy, and I myself was extremely, extremely shy. So the way to break out of shyness is step by step. All depends on where you're at. So I would say the way to break out of a shyness would be taking small steps. So if you can't, you move to the next part where if something else is difficult for you, you again baby step it. And also to break out of shyness would be to be in the center of social pressure all the time. So this is what I tell my clients all the time, that the more accustomed you get to social pressure, all right, the more people look at you and you're still comfortable with them looking at you. So that really helps you bring your real person out and your shyness slowly vanishes away. All right. Next question by Pratyaksh. How to practice for expressing your intentions to girls? So the way to express your intentions to the girl is, see, verbally and non-verbally both. So non-verbal is the more important one, right? Because it's all about the way you look at her. So even if you read like the books, like exotic books, it's all about the way the man looks at them, the way a man is. So it's never the words. It's all about how he makes her feel when he's around. So that's what you have to make her feel, that this is a sex-worthy thing. So you have to just see movies. You can see movies. You can see people who are expressing themselves sexually, the way they look at the girls. So try to model that thing, and that'll help you a lot. And laser eye contact as well, and checking her out. Yeah, there was live streaming issue. Can you answer this one? So, question is from Prashant. What's the best way to handle social pecking among coming from the people who are socially more powerful than you? What is the effective way to learn this skill? So, the more you focus on it, the more it will happen, right? The more fear you focus. Like there is a Tony Robbins saying that what you focus on expands. So if you focus on emogging a lot, it will happen a lot, right? So the ideal way is to focus on the things that you want, like sex with a girl, and these things will become less and less in your experience. And secondly, what's the best way to handle if it happens, right? Who is more powerful than you? Again, so you can't control the circumstances all the time, right? Still, again, the better game you have, the better you will be able to handle it, irrespective if the other person is higher status than you. That make you the man in your prime, right? The way you look at her, like, and the way you say things, the way you make her feel. So it's all about the way you make her feel. So if you can make her feel more emotions than your amok can, who is more powerful than you, then she'll be hooked to you, right? So that's why a lot of girls who date celebrities uh, also date very mediocre men as well, because they make her feel something, they make her invest in them, they hook her really really good. So that's how it is. Okay, next question is from when Diesel. I'm always afraid that girl's boyfriend or her mom or dad will come and I might get into trouble. How to overcome this fear? So, the only way to overcome this fear is to not think about it, okay? And follow something is, like the see go principle. As soon as you see the girl, you just go in. So, if you wait, what if a boyfriend comes, what if her parents come, something like that, then first of all you will not approach, and even if you approach, you are doing it half-heartedly, right? So that's something you don't want to do. You want to do it full-heartedly. So stop thinking about that, and as soon as you see the girl, just go in. So all of these thoughts will vanish automatically, and this is the best way to overcome this fear, that 99.9% of the time nothing like this happens. And there is something I teach in my system, in my boot camp, that which is called like negligible, that just can't happen. Next question is by Abhiram. How to increase your charm in general? Non-game social circle, social interaction, any book program is there? See, I mean, books will never help you increase your charm. Uh, I mean, learning social dynamics from books is not the ideal way. The best way to learn social dynamics is to be around people who are very good socially, Abhiram. So that's the best way to increase your charm, to be around people who are really charming already, and just start modeling their behaviors. So once you start doing that, you start getting the same kind of results, right? By smiling a lot, by having a lot of fun. So animation is really really is to make other person have a lot of fun as well, that they don't have usually in their interactions. So that's a way to increase your charm. Be charming is, how it's all about how you make the other people feel. Why do people call he's very charming? Because they make that. Excuse by Himanshu again. How do I transition from indirect opener to next set of showing intent conversation? Just show us a small demo. Want to see it again? To intent conversation. There's no transitioning. So I want you to delete this as transitioning. There is no such thing as transitioning, because you are direct from the start. You are never indirect. Like your words can be anything, but your vibe, your sub communication is direct from the start. So there is not a place where you have to transition. As soon as I go in, as soon as you should go in, she should know that okay, he's a sex worthy guy, right? He's here to fuck me from the moment you open her mouth, by the way you look at her, right? So she knows that already. So you don't have to transition it into, oh my god, I was indirect first and now actually I like you. So it doesn't work like that. So you always go in with very good intent and clarity of intent, and that's how you hook the girl. All right, so these are the questions. Any more questions? I'll be live for like 5-10 more minutes. So any more questions you have, just throw in. So next question from Pratyaksh. 5 tips in text gaming for Indian girls. If you be direct, they ignore and call you asshole. If now fundamentals, the basis of the text game is to get her out on a date. So the way to initiate good text conversation is to the text. So it reminds her that she had a fun time when she was talking to you. Okay, so that's one thing. And what was the question again?
The text game is like the not that too important. See, if your interaction is really good, and she's really attracted to you, then your text game can be pretty normal, and she'll still come out and fuck you, right? So focus on the main game. Text game is just don't creep her out, don't text her too much, uh, don't and give more value offering text. Like don't ask too many questions on text, and just show her your party. Like I'm doing this here, and it's so much fun, and I'm here right now. It's so much fun. Why don't you join? Something like that. So that's it. I mean, and just tell her to hang out with you and fuck her. So don't just keep on like I'm going to text her. What should I text her? Don't waste your time too much in that. Next question. If you open mixed set, how do you isolate the goal? All right, so it depends on the scenario. Sometimes you are able to isolate the girl, sometimes you're not able to isolate the girl. So if you're not able to isolate the girl, you take her number, right? So if you are able to isolate the girl, the way to isolate the girl is again baby steps. So I mean, you're talking to the guy and the girl. See, it depends. I mean, the mix said is the guy alone, so that's very difficult for you to steal the girl if she's just with one guy, right? Because she knows that guy from a long time, and if she just ditches him and come with you, she will seem like a slut to her friend. So probably she will do that. However, if there are more people in the set, then that's easy, because that guy has someone else to talk to. So there's kind of adjustment. So it depends on a lot of calibration at the moment, how is the guy, what kind of guy there is, and there is no like particular principles I can give you here to isolate the guy. It's all about the live social dynamics, and the more you go out in the field, the more you will learn it. Still, I mean, isolating the girl is again baby stepping it, right? So if you are with a girl, and see, you have to ask logistical questions to them, so what are you guys doing right now, where are you guys going? If you're saying we are just saying bye to each other, then you can stay in the set and then go with the girl. Okay, that's something you can do. How did you set up your first ever threesome? So first ever threesome was a girl. My fuck buddy actually invited a friend of hers, and we had a threesome. So there's your fuck buddy, and you tell her, like actually she told me there's a friend of mine who would like to meet you. Then it just happened like with me. It was like that. How to have fun when you're in a bad state or you have been in a lot of pressure? A very good question. So, see, you can't change your state dramatically if you're in a bad state, you just can't get into good state instantly. Okay, first of all, if you're in a bad state, you can't get into a good state instantly. Okay, so you have to baby step it. If you're in a bad state, just baby step it. Just start smiling, just start laughing. Slowly build up to a good state. You just can't switch it automatically. And if you try to get in a good state from bad state instantly, so again, baby step into the good state. Smiling always and trying to make people feel good won't come across as a low value behavior. It happened before. No, not at all. See, I mean, I'm not telling you to smile always and stuff like that, but behavior. So whenever you suppose you meet someone and she makes you feel good and makes you feel appreciated, so you would like to meet that person again because that person makes you feel good emotions. So it's about that. Question from Krishna: how to stop overthinking and start taking action? All right. So the way to stop overthinking and start taking action is start taking action, right? The more you move your body, the less the thoughts you have, and the less you move your body, the more the thoughts you have. So that's the principle. Take massive action. Once that's why people follow the CGO principle, the 3 second rule or the 0 second rule. Is that as soon as you feel good, you just go in, and once you start taking action, your body is moving like that. Your mind doesn't have time to think. So one way to do that is move your body really, really fast and take massive action, so your mind doesn't even have the time to think. And secondly, meditation. You know, start practicing being outside your head. So most of us, what happens is we are overthinking creatures, right? We are thinking inside our head all the time. So is the way I want for you is, start practicing how can I be outside my head in the moment and just look at something which is in front of you. outside in your surroundings instead of thinking in your own mind. So these are two ways how you can stop overthinking and start taking like massive action. Books, yeah, I don't read books on dynamics. um, I had a mentor myself, and I just take massive action. I break down my interactions, and that's how I become really good at what I do. How to go out alone is this is my biggest excuse. This is the excuse most of the guys have, 90%. Okay, so that's why I see all the messages like I'm in CP charging any wing and stuff like that. So you don't need a wing. You need to understand that. So I have been going out alone for the past 3 years. I go out alone. I don't go out with wingman. Like once in a while, I hang out with my wingman, but all the other time I'm going out alone. Right? I'm fucking charging solo. And why do I do that? Because it's the fastest way to grow yourself. So if you charge solo, it's the fastest way, and you need to realize it's the most difficult thing you can do. Right? That's why most people don't do it, because if girl rejects you, you don't have anyone to go back to, and you're just like, oh my god, fuck, like I have to be insulted here. People are looking at me. I don't have to anyone else to go to, so once you start going solo, you also learn how to generate positive emotions from within yourself. So that's really important, and you don't need anyone else to have fun. So if you can generate fun being alone, I mean, oh my god, you become this fucking ultra magnetic charismatic guy. People are like, oh fuck man, he doesn't need my approval at all. He's just so good in himself. So that's the guy you want to be. Again, text game advice I gave you, the only principles apply in text game is to get her out. Again, offer value offering text like, yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, check this out, asking a few questions once in a while, and the main again, always moving towards let's catch up, let's catch up, let's catch up, let's catch up. Always moving towards that, and stop fucking text gaming. Another thing I want to tell you is, having there is a window of opportunity after your number closer to meet her. So if you miss that opportunity, and if you don't go out in that time and meet her, then she will probably never meet you. So you got to take advantage of that opportunity that you have once she opportunity to meet her, because you're still fresh in her mind, and there's all that. So just set up the date as per that. Clarity of intent and conversation. I mean, it will be struggling also in the starting. So example, like I was so bad going out so that I almost felt like crying sometimes, because there was so much social pressure, especially in when I used to go to Koska's village solo. It was like so much social pressure. You approach the school, all people are in groups, and you have this amazing, all people are staring at you, like, and I was really crying sometimes. I was like, fuck this is so hard. But as I kept doing it, it became easier and easier and easier. So tips for going solo is, after every interaction, find something. Yeah. So self love, that's something you learn by going out solo and laughing it off to keep yourself in really good mood. When the next set also goes. Okay, for last 2-3 minutes. Any more question there is? I'm not seeing any questions. So if again, getting used to the social pressure, the more you do this, the more you get used to the social pressure. See, a lot of the answers to these questions is taking a lot more action. So the more you do it, the less intimidated you will feel, because you get used to the social pressure of people looking at you doing pickup and talking to girls. So the more you get used to it, you'll be less intimidated, as you keep going out. I'm 18 years old. It's the right time to start pickup. Exactly, Akshay. It's the best time, because I started when I was 18 as well, right? And the earlier you start, the better it is. So it's perfect time to start pickup. Okay, Abhilash, how much time will it take to learn pickup as a newbie? Depends. If you decide to do it yourself, it will take you years, depending on the level you want to reach. However, if you go to an expert, that expert can help you, learn it in a massive short amount of time, and massively, cut your learning curve, so you can end up learning it in like 6 months. Like for example, my program is actually a 6 months program where we go out and make you a master of it in 6 months. So that's how it is. All right, so that was it, and thank you so much for showing up. And I hope I gave you your answers that you can use to actually start taking action right now and going out and getting the results that you want. A lot of things you don't need to think make things more complex than they are. So we like to make things more complex, but they're actually pretty simple. So I hope that the answers I gave you really help you in getting good with women and just start going out and take massive action. And most of it, have a lot of fun doing it, because if you don't have fun, you will not be doing pickup long term. For me, pickup is the most fun thing I do, and I just love doing pickup, right? So because I love doing pickup, that's why I do it every day, and that's why I get amazing results as well, because of doing it for so many years, having a mentor, breaking down my interactions, and just being really good at social dynamics. So I think this is like my gift, that I'm so good at it. So I wanted to help you guys get good at it, and achieve your goals, because I see this all the time, people asking the same kind of questions again and again, and I'm just tired of looking at the same questions. So I wanted to get answer to those and what your sticking points are. So thank you so much for showing up, and have a great day ahead. Just go out and take massive action. And even if you get rejected, it's okay. The fact that you're in the field doing stuff makes you fucking awesome, and that's what you gotta do. All right. And I do live programs in all major cities, and so if you are interested in mentoring with me and having me as a coach, just hit me up. So it was nice talking to you, and have a great